We have another agent. We're recruiting agents all over the place. We can't get in here yet. Just the elfin. I'm sorry, what?
Good day to you, my child.
Are you alone?
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody? The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
Do you support this alliance?
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter? The Imperium burned on Draste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
Do you support the mages?
Are you working for the Mage Rebellion? Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
What about circles?
Does that mean you support their freedom? Given a choice between the Circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom. I will leave you to your duties. Make us speed you, my child.
That's quite a progressive view for the times. I will definitely take these. Alright, let's go ahead and
Thank you.
get this ball rolling.
Blessings upon the Inquisition.
Welcome, agents of the Inquisition. First Enchanter Vivienne?
My dear Fiona, it's been so long since we last spoke. You look dreadful. Are you sleeping well?
What has brought you to Redcliffe?
You invited me here?
We're here because of your invitation back in Val Royeaux.
You must be mistaken. I haven't been to Val Royeaux since before the Conclave.
I'm pretty sure it was you.
There is no mistake. While the Templars were leaving, you came to Val Royeaux and asked me here.
The Templars left Val Royeaux? Where did they go? That sounds... Why does that sound so strange? Whoever or whatever brought you here, the situation has changed. The Free Mages have already pledged themselves to the service of the Tevinter Imperium.
What?
Fiona, dear, your dementia is showing.
An alliance with Tevinter? Do you not fear all of Thedas turning against you?
Andraste's ass. I'm trying to think of a single worse thing you could have done, and I've got nothing.
As one indentured to a Magister, I no longer have the authority to negotiate with you.
Why would you? This is what? This is ridiculous.
An alliance with Tevinter is a terrible mistake.
All hope of peace died with Justinia. This bargain with Tevinter would not have been my first choice, but we had no choice. We are losing this war. I needed to save as many of my people as I could.
You're not even in the war.
Welcome, my friends. I apologize for not greeting you earlier.
Agents of the Inquisition, allow me to introduce Magister Alexius.
The Southern Mages are under my command. And you are the survivor, yes? The one from the Fade? Interesting.
So weird. Where's the Arl?
I haven't seen any sign of Redcliffe's Arl or his men.
The Arl of Redcliffe left the village.
Uh-huh.
Alt Tegan did not abandon his lands during the Blight, even when they were under siege.
There were tensions growing. I did not want an incident.
Such crap. Tell me about this alliance.
I'd like to know more about this alliance between the rebel mages and the Imperium.
Certainly. What specifically do you wish to know?
Fiona says she's indentured?
The Grand Enchanter told me she was indentured to a Magister.
Our southern brethren have no legal status in the Imperium. As they were not born citizens of Tevinter, they must work for a period of 10 years before gaining full rights. As their protector, I shall oversee their work for the Imperium.
When did this happen?
I'm not clear on when exactly you negotiated this arrangement with Fiona.
When the Conclave was destroyed, these poor souls faced the brutality of the Templars, who rushed to attack them. It could only be through divine providence that I arrived when I did.
It was certainly very timely.
What does Tevinter get out of this?
What does the Imperium gain from taking rebel mages under its wing?
For the moment, the Southern mages are a considerable expense. After they are properly trained, they will join our legion.
You said not all my people would be military. There are children, those not suited.
And one day I'm sure they will all be productive citizens of the Imperium when their debts are paid.
This is just such a bad idea. I'm not happy about this.
I'm here to get mages to close the breach.
Right, to business. I understand, of course.
Yeah, Fiona. You needed to think this through.
Felix, would you send for a scribe, please? Pardon my manners. My son Felix, friends. I am not surprised you're here. Containing the breach is not a feat that many could even attempt. There is no telling how many mages would be needed for such an endeavor. Ambitious, indeed.
I don't know.
I'll take every mage you can give me.
There will have to be. Felix.
I'm so sorry. Please forgive my clumsiness, my lady.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Father.
Come, I'll get your powders. Please excuse me, friends. We will have to continue this another time. Fiona, I require your assistance back at the castle.
I don't mean to trouble everyone.
I shall send word to the Inquisition. We will conclude this business at a later date.
That was odd.
Come to the Chantry. You are in danger.
Okay.
Ooh, very mysterious.
Well, it could be a trap.
There's no telling who or what will be waiting for us in that Chantry.
Only one way to find out.
That's very true.
Are you sure? It's just what I heard.
We don't need your kind here. Your Inquisition's just Templars by another name.
We're not Templars. You think Tevinter's better?
You'd rather bow to Tevinter than join the Inquisition.
Don't tell me you bought the Chantry's lies about how evil Tevinter is. It's just because they're ruled by mages. No one wants us to look at them and say their mages are free and the world hasn't ended.
Don't they use blood magic?
But don't Magisters summon demons and practice human sacrifice?
The Chantry says whatever they think will scare us. What's wrong with blood magic? People don't like the idea of us controlling their thoughts, but they have no problem with us throwing fireballs in their walls.
That is true.
In Tevinter, the mages police themselves. It works.
Yeah. None of, look, I'm trying to help.
I'm here because I believe mages deserve their freedom.
Right. And I'm the Empress of Orlais.
Yeah. Can I get off the floor now?
Go back to your Templars. We don't need you.
Yeah. There's nothing you can say to get her to... Clements?
Magister Alexius wishes only mages to remain in Redcliffe. He will approve of you. He does not approve of me. Many villagers have already left to escape his ire.
Why does Alexis disapprove?
What does the Magister have against you?
He does not like to be reminded of what mages can become. He says all Tranquil must leave Redcliffe, but who would take us in?
We would. You're Tranquil?
You're one of the Tranquil.
Yes, my talent for magic was insufficient to protect me from demons. Rather than risk me becoming possessed, the Circle removed my connection to the Fade. My magic is gone, along with my dreams and desires. Those now in Redcliffe prefer not to see us.
When did the Tevinters get here?
How long have the Tevinters been here?
Magister Alexius arrived at nightfall, 2 days after we retreated from the Temple of Sacred Ashes. He forced anyone without magic out of the castle, save those he required to serve him. Even the Arl was sent away.
Farewell, then.
One moment. You are a member of the Inquisition, are you not?
I am.
I am an alchemist. You must require potions. If the Magister will not have me here, perhaps I can offer my services.
Absolutely.
We would be delighted to have you working for the Inquisition.
Thank you. While one lives, it is good to believe there is still a use for one's talents.
Awesome.
The Inquisition, back again. Perhaps I can be of use.
Farewell, then.
Farewell.
Cool. We're getting agents left and right, which is very good. Aww. People sat down to listen. Anything in here? I guess not. That is a huge pumpkin. Oh, something to read. Crows and Queen Madrigal.
Your son? Of course.
Inquisition, huh? I wish to holy Andraste you'd gotten here sooner.
Seriously.
These Tevinters make my shoulder blades itch.
You don't like Tevinter?
You're not happy with this new alliance?
Something's not right about that lot. They're not like us. Magic or no, I'd rather count myself among decent folk than stand with Magisters.
Tell me about yourself.
Who are you?
Name's Talwyn, formerly of the Circle of Magi in Hospital. Lived my whole life there, since I was 10 years old and came into my magic. 3 meals a day, quality education, a roof over my head. If you're not summoning demons, a mage tower's a fine place to be.
You aren't with the rebellion?
If you were happy in the Circle, why are you here with the rebels?
We're all rebels now. The vote saw to that. The majority wanted to dissolve the circles. The rest of us went with them or cut loose.
There are still some of us who are loyal in the Empress's court.
I figured I'm better off with my fellow mages than on my own.
Tell me about this alliance.
How did the Grand Enchanter end up working with Tevinter?
1 minute, we were bracing for the Templars to attack. The next, we had a Magister ally. It was a stroke of luck that's given us an edge. In a way. Out of the frying pan.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters likely aren't happy you're asking questions.
I know.
Yes?
Come with me!
Goodbye.
Be careful. The Tevinters
Yeah, I know.
likely aren't happy you're asking
I know. Yeah, I saw you float into frame off corner. Something in, I guess it's lighting that up. Excuse me. Excuse me. When we heard of the injustices against our fellow mages at the White Spire, the Circle of Magi, and Valrayo, I feared what was to come. Our circle at Darismud is small and isolated. It exists largely as a facade to appease the Chantry. When the other circles rose up, the Chantry sent seekers across the bay from Islay to investigate. They found us mixing freely with our families, training female mages in the traditions of the seers, and denounced us as apostates. Perhaps they thought we were spineless robes who could be intimidated with little bloodshed. Before I was first enchanter, I was the daughter of Captain Revald of the Felicissima Armada. I know how to plan a battle. They brought with them a small army of Templars. We fought, and we might have won, but they invoked the right of annulment, with all the unrelenting brutality that allowed. It is their right to put screaming apprentices to the sword, burn our tainted libraries, crush irreplaceable artifacts under their heels, tear down the very walls of our home. No mage has the right to disagree. We of the Darsmod Circle wait now, behind barricades. I have sent word to our brothers and sister mages of this outrage. When they break through, we will not die alone. Final journey entry of First Enchanter Revelia, slain at Darsmod. Oh, just another crazy stuff. Seers in the Allsmeet. Okay, we did get a journal entry for Alexis. Lords and ladies of the Magisterium, before we vote on the budget for this latest measure against the Canari, I would ask that we take a moment to consider the state of our institutions of higher learning. The Circle of Minrathos is more than 10,000 years old. Darinius, the dreamer himself, was born within those walls. It continues to be a source of wisdom and guidance for the best and brightest of the Imperium's youth, yet it falls into disrepair. Magister Aurelius has made her case several times for increased funding to the circles, and as yet her appeals have gone unanswered. Magister Varen has spoken at length on the threat of Oxman in the north, a tide of brutality that we alone hold back. Let me add this. How shall we defeat the Canari? How have we held back their advance all these long years without support from the other nations of Thedas? You know the answer. Magic. It is our magic that holds the beasts at bay, and through the ingenuity of our magic we will drive them from our shores forever. My friends and colleagues, this is the battle we prepare our apprentices, sons, and daughters to face. They need the resources to discover new magic, new techniques that can lend us an advantage in this endless war. They cannot do this while roofs crumble over their heads. Repair the circles. Let the Imperium's future be more than slow decline to the marching steps of legions. An address by Magister Alexius to the Magisterium. Let's get out of here. So we're going to go ahead and answer this note that Felix dropped for us.
I don't know.
Oh, hey.
You're from the Inquisition. I didn't think you'd still be here. Were you really looking to ally with us?
Yes, I was. I'm gonna make a lot of people upset if I click that. You sound doubtful.
Is that so hard to believe?
Everyone blames us. The Templars left the Chantry too. That's worse, isn't it? They took an oath. Yet everyone calls it the Mage Rebellion. We're the ones they hate. What choice did we have? Stay and be slaves?
There are better ways than war to effect change.
I hope you can do something. Tying ourselves to Tevinter. That can't be the right way to end this.
It's not. It's definitely not. Tell me about yourself.
You seem young to be part of this.
I'm Lisas. I came into my magic when I was 9 years old. Templars came into the alienage and took me to the Circle. They didn't even let me say goodbye. It's not right. I studied hard. I passed my harrowing. I sing the charm. But I'll be locked up for the rest of my life.
You don't like Tevinter?
You don't approve of the Grand Enchanter's decision?
I was there when we voted to leave the Circle. She really seemed to care what we wanted. She was ready to rebel, but she wasn't going to unless it was the will of all mages. It's hard to believe she'd go behind our backs and sell us to the Magisters.
Well, it wasn't the will of all mages. It was a very slim majority. When did the Magister get here?
How long has Magister Alexius been here?
A day or two after. After the Conclave, he arrived. Come to save us from the wrath of the Templars, they said. But this doesn't feel like safety.
No, it doesn't.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange going on.
I never thought the Grand Enchanter would swear to a Magister.
Can you come with me?
Hello again.
Yeah, okay. Just be careful.
Take care of yourself. There's something strange.
Take care.
I would like to take you with me, but the game will not allow it. Where is... Oh, I'm getting the merchant symbol from downstairs. That's why. Alright. Let's go in here.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Okay, sure. Ooh. Damn it, too late. Tell me this is a fast one. Nope, nope, nope. Alright, that one's gonna be... Let's do that one. Get this. Come on, there we go. Stay away from me. Thank you. I got it. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Good enough?
Fascinating. How does that work exactly?
I don't know.
You don't even know, do you?
No.
You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again, I see. Dorian of House Parvus, most recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
You're a Magister?
Are you a Magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Thanks. Where's Felix?
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Is something wrong with Felix?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Why help us?
You're betraying your mentor because...
Alexius was my mentor. Meaning he's not any longer, not for some time. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
That's ridiculous.
If there was a way to turn back time, the Dalish would have used it long ago.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
That's a lot to swallow.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Why are you telling me all this?
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake, you have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why is he interested in me?
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you, but I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
Alright, so how do we stop this?
Do you have any suggestions?
You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Okay, so that was interesting. We unlocked the Venatori Codex. I should maybe take a look at that. That's not it. There we go. Venatori would be groups. The one thing I hate about this new menu is I can't see below me. Ah, here we go. I know what you have been telling the others. You mouth the word cult and repeat lies the Chantry has been spewing at us for 1,000 years. Look around you, my friend. See what mighty Tevinter is today. A once proud nation brought low, barely able to hold itself against the Oxmen. We neutered our mages at the behest of a foreign legion, exalted their false maker, and became the laughingstock of all Thedas. Now we have the chance to reclaim what is rightly ours, but only if we act. We cannot wait to see which way the wind is blowing. We must make it blow. The Venatori are hunters. Recruited in secret over several years, we will descend with deadly purpose to spill the blood of the South and make it ripe for conquest. When we return to our homeland, it will be as victors, with a new god as our patron. Then the cowards who refuse to aid us will know their mistake in full. Great! Sounds great. Ooh. We have a magic. Is there anything on time magic? Oh, no, this is the Oculara that we picked up. Alexius was quite clear in his orders. We must scour the countryside to find more of the shards. Without them, the Venatori cannot claim the treasure our master seeks. For that, we need the Oculara. Without them, the shards are nearly impossible to find, even if they are no longer cloaked by whatever magic hid them for all these centuries. There must be more Tranquil in the area. The rebels abandoned most of them when they fled their circles. Remember, the skull will only attune properly if the Tranquil is in close proximity to one of the shards when the demon is forced to possess him. Even then, the blow must be delivered immediately. The Oculara produced from Tranquil, killed even minutes later, failed to illuminate the shards when used. I trust you to continue your efforts in this matter, and our master expects success. Okay. Any new characters? Oh, Dorian. An only child and heir presumptive to the senatorial seat of Magister Howard Pavis, Dorian comes from a prestigious line of mages, prominent in the coastal Tevinter city of Carinus. since the late Exalted Age. At that time, the Imperium was recovering from a failed Exalted March and the Fourth Blight. Gideon Pavus arose as a voice of reason within the Magisterium. His bloc of allies convinced the Imperium not to descend upon the weakened South, to extend a hand of reconciliation to those who had once sought their destruction. That House Pavus remained standing even after Magister Gideon was tried for treason is a statement to the power he built, and, as Dorian himself would claim, an excellent example of how internance politics into Winter can bring low even the brightest star, a lesson he says one should never forget. Okay. Horsemaster's notes on mounts. Okay. I think that's all that's in this building. If I remember correctly, there's nothing else in here. Nope, nope, I was wrong. Troubles of a Chantry Scholar. Okay. I should definitely check the other side then. Alright.
This whole business is distasteful. Perhaps we are better off pursuing the Templars instead.
I'd bet you 10 royals whatever the Templars are doing is just as weird.
Oh, I will not take that bet, Varric. I will not. Okay. So, we've done pretty much everything we can up here. That's the dragon area that we don't want to go to. What is this? Oh, finding that ram, doing this side. I think we should go ahead and get this downward area. I can switch out Vivian and Cassandra because Blackwall will be interested in this. I think we should go ahead and what? Who tried to talk to me?
How can I help you?
I don't know. Who are you?
I'm sorry. I didn't get your name.
Hanley Dervain of the Cumberland Circle of Magi. I heard of your miraculous survival at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, and I am so honored to meet you.
Why do you want circles? Let's talk about Tevinter.
I take it you don't support the Tevinters.
On Drastes Ashes, never. They don't even sing the right chant. And they sacrifice children, don't they? I don't know how the Grand Enchanter could think of accepting their offer.
Yeah.
You can get us out of this bargain, can't you? Before we're all shipped off to the Imperium like cattle.
I'm gonna try. Where are they?
I haven't seen anyone from Tevinter in the village.
They're all at the castle, plotting, no doubt.
Should have talked to you earlier. Why do you want circles?
I thought this was the stronghold of the rebellion. Why do you want the circles back?
I never supported this rebellion. I'm a loyal Andrastian, and I deplore the chaos this war has wrought. The Templars rebelling, the murder of the Most Holy. I can scarce live with the guilt.
Well, it's not your fault. Why are you here?
Then what are you doing in Redcliffe?
The circles voted. Rebellion won out. What was I to do? Launch a counter-rebellion on my own? I followed my first enchanter's lead, as I always have. She brought us here.
Thank you for your time.
It's been an honor.
Alright. Should have talked to him on the way in. I'm sorry. Excuse me. How do I get out of here? Not that way. Oh, I so want to get on the other side of this bridge. I mean, I don't think there's anything over there, but I still want to. I think if you're an archer,
Of course.
and there's a jump back skill that actually allows you to access certain areas that you're not supposed to be able to. I've seen people do it.